5 Scariest Netflix Movies You Shouldn't Watch Alone. We sometimes envy horror movie lovers for having spines of steel and a high tolerance for anything bloody and gory. But even avid fans of this genre admit that there are horror movies that are simply too scary to watch alone. In this video, we reveal 5 of the most terrifying horror movies in Netflix, which we strongly advise that you should never watch alone. Number 5, Before I Wake, 2016. Are you a great fan of horror film auteur Mike Flanagan? Are you waiting for the direct successor of his 2013 movie Oculus? Then you can never go wrong checking out this 2016 film, Before I Wake, which features the brilliant acts of wonder actor Jacob Tremblay as Cody.
Good morning.
Before I Wake is, to put it simply, one hell of a nightmare, but not in a negative way as you might think. First of all, the movie tells the story of a couple grieving the loss of their son. They decide to take in a kid from a foster home. Everything seems to be going great, at first, for the couple and their child, Cody. However, it doesn't take long before strange things start happening when nighttime comes. The husband and wife realize that when Cody goes to sleep, his dreams, which are usually nightmares, become real.
What happens when you dream?
If you're asking just how scary Before I Wake really is, the answer depends on the viewer's tolerance for horror. Tremblay himself, during an interview, revealed that he had to cover his eyes the whole time when he gets to watch the film on his own. It's just that scary. Number 4, Insidious, 2010.
It's your son.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense. Why would somebody subject himself to an intense, scary ordeal just to have what they call fun? Even more so if that ordeal is finishing through James Wan's 2010 film, Insidious. It's old, we know, but somehow Netflix knows that this title is a must-watch, especially during the Halloween season. And because it's quite aged already, we suppose the story is quite known already, but for the benefit of those who missed it, Insidious tells a story of, once again, a couple whose son is in a comatose state. While unconscious, he becomes a vessel for ghosts who want to inhabit his body. The film is packed to the brim with really intense moments that scare, but not necessarily the good old jump scare type of scares. The horror is genuine, and that is why Insidious will definitely become a must-see classic. Number 3, Geralds Game, 2017. A horror movie list wouldn't be complete without mentioning a Stephen King movie. It's an unwritten rule to include his name, and it is for some very good and agreeable reasons.
It's time to wake up, honey.
To tell it straight, Gerald's Game is that one movie that most doctors wouldn't recommend for the faint of heart. The movie is adapted from King's 1992 book of the same name, which, by the way, is not one of the author's more popular choices for adaptation. However, this highly rated Netflix original is full of horrors, both psychological and gory in nature. It stars Bruce Greenwood as Gerald, and the eternally vivacious Carla Gugino as Gerald's wife, Jessie.
For better or worse.
The couple take a trip to a secluded cabin by the lake for a romantic weekend. The romantic getaway quickly turns into a nightmare when the husband dies while in the middle of lovemaking. Jessie, now nearly naked, is left handcuffed to the bed with no way out. Unlike horror movies like It, where the cause of terror comes from an outside physical threat, in Gerald's Game, the horror comes from inside Jessie's own mind. If that is not disturbing enough for you, then we don't know what will. Number 2, The Sixth Sense, 1999. Long before the name M. Night Shyamalan is wrapped with skepticism, a horror movie like The Sixth Sense came out.
I see dead people.
And it has since become a gold standard for the genre. The film stars Bruce Willis as Malcolm Crowe, a child psychologist who tries to help Cole Sear, played by Haley Joel Osment, a boy who has the ability to see and talk to the dead. The Sixth Sense put Shyamalan on the map as a writer and director known for his affinity for surprise endings. But even before that big twist at the end, the whole expanse of the film is endlessly tense, driven in part by the strong performances of the two lead actors. The movie doesn't even have to rely on jump scares to make the audiences gnaw their teeth.
Who were you talking to?
The Sixth Sense remains to be one of the 4 horror movies to have ever been nominated for Best Picture in Academy Awards. And number 1, The Conjuring, 2013. What makes this James Wan a horror masterpiece is the idea that reality can be stranger, or in this case, scarier than fiction. Starring Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga as demonologists, Ed and Lorraine Warren, The Conjuring finds the couple helping a family who has been experiencing increasingly disturbing events in their farmhouse in Rhode Island. Fresh from their investigation of the possessed doll called Annabelle, the Warrens soon find out some nightmarish truths about the aforementioned haunted dwelling. The movie is supposed to be based on the real-life events that happened to the Perron family in the 1970s. Those who have seen the film swear that they've been haunted for several weeks, some even months, after seeing the movie. Tell us in the comments below which movies in this list really creep you out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.